Superman is a Derek Corenswet mega blockbuster DC movie where he showed the world he stands for hope by giving a knockout performance. We will dive into the movie review of Superman as one man stands for justice to take down Lex Luthor for trying to take him out for good.
Hey buddy, eyes up here.
Directed by James Gunn, the cast of the movie are as follows: David Corenswet as Clark Kent, Superman; Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane; and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The movie starts off telling the history of how Superman has arrived on Earth and who raised him. He also gets involved in political affairs and finds himself getting beat down by someone or something. He calls for backup, which is Krypto the dog, who shows up jumping on him like white on rice.
You have a dog?
Krypto drags Superman back home where he is treated by 4 robots and receives a message from his parents. The parents explain to him on record that sent him to Earth so he can be safe while his home is being destroyed. He could not make use of half of the message and fly back to battle where some dude constantly beating up Superman.
The same situation and consider the consequence.
The enemy trash talk about Superman has abandoned you and there is no hope. This dude works for Lex Luthor, who just puts a serious beating on Superman and Superman falls to the ground, wishes the local help him, and the scene ends. At Luthor Corp, Luthor and his friends are celebrate the fact that Superman had lost the fight to get some information. The next scene, Clark Kent works at Daily Bugle and his co-workers congratulate him, except Lois Lane, who finds something suspicious that a dude just came out of nowhere, shows up asking for Superman. Lex Luthor is in a meeting, wanting to build a team to take down Superman. The crew, which includes Commander Flag, shut down that notion because he has no proof. Luthor hates Superman so much that he's willing to do anything to get rid of him. The next scene, Clark Kent makes breakfast for Lois Lane and he proposes to do an interview as Superman.
Are you being serious right now? You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
So Lois asks him some questions.
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
My actions? I stopped a war.
The question starts off smoothly, but it gets intense.
You illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
Lois decides to pour on more questions and is getting really heated.
The same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die!
Superman explains to her that the reason he was sent to Earth and about to end the interview because Lois was being stuck up with her questions. The next scene, Lex Luthor and his gang decides to break into Superman's home, and this happens.
Your choice.
Luthor has an obsession of hating Superman that he wants to expose him to the general in a meeting earlier.
Superman. He's not a man. He's an it.
This lady taps into his system and downloads his file while 2 idiots decide to let loose a monster that looks like Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. As a result, Superman had to fight it. Then, a group shows up calling themselves the Justice Gang, which includes Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Mr. Terrific, help Superman take it down. After the team defeat that monster, Lex Luthor decides to let the city know that Superman is a fraud. Luthor got access to the recording and tampered the meeting, which caused friction and hatefulness towards Superman, and as a result, the city is turning against him. Hawkgirl asks Superman a really good question. How did he get access to that information? Superman flies back home to see his robot is in pieces and Krypto is missing. This makes Superman so upset that he flies to Luthor Corp to confront Luthor about Krypto. Luthor playing dumb like he has no clue what Superman's talking about. Confronting someone about a missing doll is a normal day in the life of the Superman. Superman is back at Lois' place explaining to her the message is half right and half wrong, while the Justice Gang fighting some monster outside his window. The next day, Superman turned himself in to the authority, which includes Commander Flag, and they barely beat him up.
You illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
They turn him into Luthor in a cage where he is immobilized by kryptonite,
He's an it.
which another person holds possession because he wants his son. Meanwhile, Lois explained to a reporter that Luthor may have something to do with the Bavarian army and weapons, which raises questions. She gives an anonymous tip that Luthor is running something called the Pocket Universe. The Pocket Universe is a secret place where it is a prison that is held to do experiments for Luthor's personal gain. Lois goes to the Justice Gang, wanting them to save Superman. They did not want to help at first, but Mr. Terrific decides to help. Meanwhile, Luthor decides to play Russian roulette with one of the prisoners by asking Superman questions. It did not go so well, and Luthor heartlessly executes the prisoner. Luthor has an obsession of hating Superman so much that he threatened to take out the people that is close to him.
I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane goes to the camp where Superman potential hiding and had to deal with a few enemies, which he made quick work with them. They hacked into the Pocket Universe and trying to find a way down. Superman, already weakened by the kryptonite, tried to gain some energy to get out of the prison. With a little assistance, he breaks free, saved the baby, and Krypto from being beaten up by the Raptors and sucked into the black hole. As a result, Mr. Terrific, Lois, Superman, Krypto, and a new friend escape from the Pocket Universe, which makes Luthor so mad that he's tearing up the place.
I will not accept that.
So Luthor decided to do two unthinkable. The first one he did is to rip the hole through the city, which will force Superman to come out from hiding. The second one is send a Bavarian army to take out the civilians.
I will not.
Superman is at home with his father healing.
He's not a man.
He and his father are having a daddy-son conversation about life. Superman only wanted to know the second half of the recording, but his dad tell him this message.
Actions. That's what makes you who you are.
Now that Luthor has created two problems, Superman has to choose between the Bavarian citizens or metropolitans. While Mr. Terrific is trying his best to save the city and the civilians are running from their lives, Superman comes in the nick of time to help. A few minutes later, both Mr. Terrific and Superman are ambushed, which leads to a baseball field. They corner Superman and almost beat him, but Superman is too good, escaped from being swallowed by the nanotech inside his body. Now we have a Superman mirror match showdown in the subway.
Good luck with that.
Green Lantern and Hawkeye invade Bavarian army to save the civilians from them. So Superman and Dark Superman beat the hell out of each other. Luthor is basically whining about why he is doing all this. Krypto shows up helping Superman to dispatch the Dark Superman and proceeds to beat more Raptors like the tin cans. Finally, Superman and Mr. Terrific crash into Luthor's Thor building. While Luthor, again whining through his speech, Krypto shows up, tosses him all over the place doing his dumb speech. There is breaking news. Lex Luthor is described as a traitor due to his legal activities. They stopped the rift, saved a civilian, and the city metropolitan is saved. Now Superman wants to give Lois another interview And let's just hope this interview will be better than the last and the movie ends. The first thing I noticed from the start is Superman is more human than ever before. He takes beating like a human versus a hero that can't feel a thing. If you punch Superman, for example, you normally break your wrist. But in this case, he was taking wounds like human, which makes his character development exceptional. Also, he has a few helping hands on the way, which means he cannot do it alone. He had help from Krypto the Dog and the Justice Gang like Hawkgirl, Green Lantern, and Mr. Terrific.
Make a move, Big Blue.
On his side, Superman represents hope. That when someone is in trouble, he is there to help, and like every human, he makes mistakes. All he wanted to do is protect and be a hero to the citizens. Lex Luthor made it hard for him to do that due to his obsession. Luthor wanted the biggest threat out of the way so he could impose his power for dominance. Very arrogant and self-centered, he thought he had a perfect plan to eliminate him, but it backfired. This is a movie is based on one man who is willing to adjust to a new planet, wanting to save people and do the right thing. The storyline was well written, and 2 hours of this movie is just about right. Dynamic, spectacular, full of action, and a blast of a movie. I would give this movie 9 stars. If you want to see more upcoming movie reviews, press the like, share, and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next movie review.
Wrap it up.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.